What is up, obscure mic people? It's Bark yet again with a mystery microphone, which we're not here to talk about. But we are here to talk about this fella here, the aptly named STI, the sexually transmitted infection. It's the Monoprice SR stage right. Monoprice stage right. There we go. That's a good angle there. The Sti12, sexually transmitted infection number 12. We've all had at least 12 of them. USB, that would just do the overhead cam thing. Let's just do the overhead cam. So this is the stage right by Monoprice Sti12. Pretty nice device with a decent amount of weight to it even. It's got a metal chassis, plastic front, rubber feet on the bottom. We've got a mic input gain here. It's a combo jack, so you can go 1/4 inch or the other, I think. Got a mic gain knob with no wiggle, no wobble, and it's got a nice green LED light. And of course, you know, when you're clipping it, will it say, oh yeah, there we go. Red light. Red light when you're clipping. Red light when you're clipping. And we're using a condenser microphone. We've got this thing set to about 10 o'clock. Got a 48 volt phantom power switch, off, no light, on, red light, guitar, gain for the guitar instrument, liner instrument level, toggle switch, kind of like a NOS tank in Fast and the Furious, because, you know, you don't need microphones when you have family. And direct monitoring switch on and off. Don't know why you'd have it off, but I guess there's reasons, just not for a guy that listens to himself talk on YouTube videos and shit. Headphone jack, and for the sake of knowing, the headphone monitor is all the way up, but I probably could tone it down a little bit with no problem. I'm just half deaf. So there you go. On the back of the device, you got the old printer style USB port. You've got an out for a phone, which is kind of cool. Maybe an in too. I'm not sure. It's an out, it's an in, not 100% sure. I think it's both TRRS jack if I had to guess, but there is no knob or anything like that to do anything with it. Line outputs, 1/4 inch. That's always good to see. Kensington lock. Again, good build quality. Really solid little interface, but does it do the one thing that we want it to do? Not so much me, but everybody else. All right, so just in case you weren't aware, it's summer. In Ohio, it tends to get hot in July. It's kind of iffy on the other months, but in July, it tends to get a little warm. I had the air conditioner on. I just turned it off, and you're hearing the SM7B. You might have heard some background noise with the condenser because it was probably picking up the AC, but I will be quiet so you can hear the preamp noise. I do have the preamp all the way up on the SM7B, and if I talk at a pretty loud level, I'm hitting between -20 and -15 dB, but if I talk at a normal level, it's more like -20, so I will boost this in post. Being quiet so you can hear the preamp noise, but it does drive the SM7B. I can't hear it that well in my headphones, but I can hear it, just not extremely well, but it will get the job done, at least powering it to get you a usable level that you can boost in post. The preamp noise, it's there. It's not terrible. I mean, it is fine. Sucky thing about this device, I got it off Stage Right or Monoprice's website for like $25. What sucks is they discontinued it like the day after I bought it. So I don't know if you can find one, where you can get one. This one's already sold because people love discontinued stuff. That's why I'm doing this, for God's sakes. But anyways, yeah, it's hard to find. It does record, I believe it's 24-bit. Yeah, 24-bit, 96 kilohertz, man. I mean, not the most powerful preamp in the world, but it does a pretty good job. You can technically get away with the SM7B, but you're definitely probably going to want to go with something more like the Fifine K669D, which I have plugged in now, and we're good. We're good. I'm hitting like -12 on this now. I'm going to dial it back just a little bit. I can go all the way to about 1 o'clock with the K669D from Fifine, get about the same volume level in my headphones. Way less preamp noise. So SM7B, you're going to have to crank it, but it will work. Most other dynamics, you're not really going to have to. One more test. Bayer Dynamic M99. Bayer Dynamic M99. Even the M99 doesn't need as much as the SM7B, so I can go to about 330 on the gain dial and get right that negative 15, negative 14 dB. So, and this is a pretty gain-hungry mic, not as much as the SM7B, but it's not too far off. Let's go full mast. There we go, all the way up. Perfectly usable levels. Preamp noise, let's be quiet. It's there just a little bit. But honestly, not bad. Now I'm at 3 o'clock, still getting usable levels, and preamp noise is a heck of a lot better. So most dynamics, this is going to be fine. SM7B, not all the way fine, but usable. Not bad, Stage Right. Not bad for $25. Build quality, 24-bit, 96 kilohertz, BB SAR. Going to give it an 8. I think it's a great buy. I mean, if you can find it. Again, it's not super powerful and not super feature rich, but the build quality is great. The knobs are solid. That's what she said. And everything else about it is pretty good. The headphone amp's okay. SM7B is really the only place it runs into much trouble at all. So wish they wouldn't have discontinued this one. This is a pretty good interface for the money. I would choose it over quite a few. I would choose it over the M-Audio Fast Track or M-Audio Solo or whatever that's called. I would take it over that because it's half the price and I can just boost the levels of this or run one of the many inline microphone preamps that I have. It's better build quality for sure. 2496. I think this Solo is still 16-bit. It might be 2448. I'm not sure, but this is still better specs-wise than that even. Hey, Obscure Mics, peace out.